The most important deal of the day is the launch of a new crypto coin. But this is not just another new meme coin. The new cryptocurrency USD1 is what's known as a stable coin. Its value will be pegged to the US dollar and backed by short-term government securities, aka debt, dollar deposits, and cash equivalents. That means that anyone who buys USD1 is promised a fixed value, which is very different than how most people typically think of crypto, which is just varying degrees of shitcoins whose value changes based on random demand or Elon's tweets. In terms of practical uses, USD1 will be able to be used as dollars, and in the future will likely be used in transactions for which one might want to avoid things like taxes, financial regulations, or checks on money laundering. But the real reason that the launch of USD1 is a huge deal is because it's backed by Donald Trump's family's own crypto portal, World Liberty Financial. Think of World Liberty Financial as a platform where one can invest in various cryptocurrencies and also use their crypto assets for borrowing and lending. The CEO of World Liberty Financial is a guy named Zach Witkoff, who is the son of Donald Trump's envoy to the Middle East, but is for some reason also negotiating the ceasefire in Ukraine. And the biggest buyer on World Liberty Financial is a guy named Justin Sun, who has already bought approximately $75 million worth of tokens. It might be because he's also the guy who spent $6.2 million in an auction for this banana and then ate it. But more important than him eating this banana is the fact that the SEC had an open investigation into his business's activities, which was conveniently closed after Donald Trump was inaugurated in February. But the fun doesn't end there. USD1 is expected to be issued on the Ethereum network and on a blockchain that's going to be created by the cryptocurrency exchange Binance. Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, but it's also relevant because its founder and its largest shareholder, a man named Changpeng Zhao, who goes almost exclusively by CZ, pled guilty to violating U.S. anti-money laundering requirements in 2023. I bet you can guess where this is going. 2 weeks ago, the Wall Street Journal reported that some of Trump's family members have been in talks to potentially take a stake in the U.S. arm of Binance. According to their reporting, it's unclear what form the stake would take, if a deal would go through World Liberty Financial, and/or whether it would be contingent upon a pardon for CZ. CZ denied the journal's reporting, though it was corroborated by Bloomberg, and he tweeted that no felon would mind a pardon. To get a little more specific about what he did that warranted a felony, though, U.S. officials accused Binance of facilitating transactions with terrorist actors including Hamas and the Islamic State. Binance agreed to pay $4.3 billion in fines in order to settle, and CZ was forced to step down as CEO. However, if he were to be pardoned, Binance could return to the US market. So what are the implications for all of us who don't stand to make $1 billion or so from this? Outside of the pay-to-play elements and how problematic they are for national security and economic stability, I have some more fundamental questions. What makes a crypto coin a stable coin is that it maintains a one-to-one exchange ratio with a government-backed currency. And the thing that makes it stable is the fact that that exchange is backed by a reserve of cash or some other liquid asset, for example, treasuries, in order to maintain the value of that exchange. So my first question is, where is the United States getting the dollars to create that reserve? Because I'm hearing quite a lot about the debt these days. I also have to assume that this is the same strategic crypto reserve that Donald Trump signed an executive order to create a few weeks ago. And then who would be considered the owner or the fiduciary of that reserve? Is it the taxpayers? Is it the US government, where like the next president will get to be in charge of the crypto reserve? And then I have other questions, and this is really for economists, about how this impacts the monetary supply. And in what way is this any different from simply printing more money that the Trump family has access to the issuance of? And what will that do to the value of the dollar? And who benefits from that? It's also worth adding that about 3 weeks ago at the White House Crypto Summit, Donald Trump said that he expects Congress to pass stablecoin legislation by the end of the summer that will, quote, provide certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins, end quote, and cut back Biden-era rules that restricted the crypto industry's access to the trad banking system, ones designed to prevent a too-big-to-fail situation. By the way, Fidelity announced that it's also going to launch its own stablecoin, and they are in the final stages of testing it, which is very much giving AIG.